It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored, and it's time to talk about the debut of, on Netflix on August 30th, The Deliverance. In the studio with us, Lee Daniels.
One time.
Andra Day.
One time.
Andra Day.
Emmy, Grammy, Golden Globe, all those. I mean, and scary movie extraordinaire. Scary girl extraordinaire. Listen, I'm going to start off by saying, I said, outside, I am a horror genre, Damien, Omen.
Whoa.
I mean, Exorcist 1, 2, 3. Anything like
you
could do Exorcist Miami. I'm going to see it.
Miami.
Exorcist South Beach.
Miami
I'm going.
It's going to look crazy. That's going to be a crazy story.
Did your thing in this because
did.
I'm watching like, okay, I'm waiting to see what happens. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, they did something different. How much was your input based on your experience with scary movies growing up?
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Those are the movies that really inspired me. The Omen, The Exorcist,
Yes.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yes.
Those are the old school movies that Omen 2, like, they don't make them like that anymore. Everybody, they hear the new horror movies, they jump scare from the beginning, as opposed to really understanding character, really understanding motivation, and feeling for these people in a deep way, in a grounded way, before shit starts acting crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what we did was we made it real and palatable to the African American experience, to this African American woman's experience, and her not being listened to. And that's something that's identifiable to, I forgot to tell you this, my little niece, I have a niece that's 40 years old, and she's a single parent with raising three kids, and she said it was my best film.
Wow.
She said, Uncle, this is your best film because I understand her. And so many black women will understand her. So many women will understand her.
Right.
And I thought it was really powerful because I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it for that.
Right.
But it talks about black women not being believed. I'm sorry. I went out for that.
No, but I think that's a very valid point because, watching even the scenes with Monique and yourself, and I was like, that seems like every DFAX worker I've ever seen.
Yep.
Like, I know. So, I hear what you're saying, but what about, what's going on with the kids? You know what I'm saying? How did you channel this from, going from being that mother? First of all, do you smoke for real?
Oh, Lord.
I turned around.
You were
But Billie
smoking.
Holiday.
Very technically.
You were smoking.
But she wasn't
Very
smoking.
technically,
I turned around.
no, I do not smoke. And
Yes,
I had
you do.
No, I have never smoked.
Well, you didn't smoke before I met
I
you.
didn't smoke. I don't smoke now.
You
Now
stopped?
I'm back to, yeah, actually.
Oh, good
stopped.
for you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, on,
Oh, wow. I'm
on
so
the
happy
set of
because I thought I turned her out.
No, on the set of the Deliverance. Now, what is very, very fascinating is that, like, I really have let it go. I really don't necessarily have the craving, but I will say is when I smell cigarette smoke, it's not the same as before I smoked. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's just, I get it now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So it's crazy.
I turned
But
her out.
so I didn't technically before this, but I started smoking for Billy, just because I was like, I don't know, bad smoking on the set of Billie Holiday was just like, you can't, like we said, you're hard pressed to find a photo of her without a cigarette in her hand. You know what I mean? So it has to be real. And the same thing with Ebony. She a single mother from Philly. Like, she definitely smoked. You know what I mean? So it was just about, it needed to be authentic. But no, I don't smoke. But I basically had for a couple of years because of those two characters. So that's,
Well, if you like it, we love it. We got more when we come back. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored talking to Deliverance, debuting on Netflix on August 30th.
Okay, so they say this is based on a true story. I want to know, where exactly did you find, was it LaToya Almonds?
Almonds, yeah. Amons.
Where did you find this whole story? Like,
My producer who produced my first film, Shadow Boxer, for me, gave it to me after Precious. And I saw a documentary that really messed me up. And I couldn't believe and I read all these articles that she wrote, that she was interviewed with, and I almost didn't believe it. And then the social worker, and we read the court documents and everything. And it's like, it's real. It really happened. So I did my own take on it.
wow.
And when I first got it, I didn't want to do it because I didn't know how to do horror. I didn't want to do horror. I mean, like horror, like, the way I work, I believe in good spirits and evil spirits jumping on you. And so I'm an open portal. So I didn't want to, but now I did it because I think we're in dark times. And I think that it's not about demons, but about finding your higher power, about finding, for me, Jesus, for some Allah or Buddha, but for me, it was about finding my higher power. And I knew that Andra was a believer, and so that she had to come on this journey with me. So coming off of Billie Holiday is a blessing. She came from Billie Holiday and went from Billie Holiday straight to this.
Yeah.
The casting of Glenn Close.
Yeah, man.
Brilliant.
I mean,
Brilliant.
I'm sitting, but I'm watching it with my daughter, and she's like, she look like Cruella de Vil. and I was like, she looks very familiar. And then as the story developed, how did you come up? Because it was a shock to me. I never would have pictured that being, Glenn Close in that role, but she played it beautifully. I mean, even going through all the things that she was going through, I don't want to give away anything, but I'm just saying, like, how did you decide, and how did she decide to come on board with that?
Well, I thought it was important to show, to separate myself from LaToya's real story. So I have so many biracial friends. What is it like for a black girl to have a white mother? For a black girl to have a white mother, what is that really like? What is that friction? What is that like? So I'm trying to do everything I can to distract you from the monster in the closet. So that's part of the distraction, by delving into this biracial girl and this white mother and this black girl, and what that friction is like. And for Glenn, listen, I don't know whether white critics will understand her, but we all know that white woman.
Yeah.
And to me, that's why I did it. I did it for us, for the culture. We never saw this type of a woman before on screen. That white woman that only dates black men, that only, isn't dropped into this black world.
We got more when we come back. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Lee Daniels, Andra Day, Emmy, Grammy, Golden Globe winner, new film, The Deliverance, August 30th on Netflix. How did you decide to partner with Netflix on this?
They gave me a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody said that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, we met them, like,
Right.
they gave me the bag, and I was like, let's make this.
No, I wanted to, I really wanted to make sure that everybody saw this film, and I know that Netflix would be on the 30th. It'll drop worldwide, and I had never done a film on Netflix before. All my films are independently financed, and they're in theaters. So this is the first one. We're in theaters now. They're kind enough to put it in theaters until the 30th. But I'd never done a movie. I'd never played in the Netflix playground.
Right.
So I wanted to see what that was like.
When you decide on what roles that you're going to take at this point, when you've had so much success in your craft, is it something that you say, I want to try something different? I want to make sure going from like a Billie Holiday to this character. What is it when you get these scripts? Because I'm sure now it's a lot of stuff you'd be like, I don't know, but then something may have an interesting part of it that you may say, this intrigues me. What was it about this part that intrigued you?
Well, the first is Lee. You know what I mean? So Lee is who did my first movie, was United States versus Billie Holiday. So that was the first thing that drew me to it. Because I don't know, this is my Martin. How you say his name? Scorsese?
Yep, that's it.
Right? Okay. This is my, you know what I'm saying?
It's so kind.
You're not going to turn him down.
There we go. Right.
Yeah.
Ever. No, this is family. You know what I mean? So this is, I actually love creating with him. You know what I'm saying? I love his passion, like the way Lee dives in every little detail. So that was already it for me, agreeing to do this role. I don't know. For me, it's not necessarily about, I don't have this super deep desire to,
as a thespian, you don't know if this aligns with your brand.
Yeah, right. right.
The hell, that was Billie Holiday, for God's sake.
I love this.
A devil mother. Lee Daniels, get this crap out of here. Mother. Bring me back some Game of Thrones.
Silence your mouth.
Andra Day, first of her name.
No, for me, it was just like, I like fully realized characters, whether they're similar, whether I love a good story. I love if I think it's impactful, if I think it's important. I'm a prayerful person as well. So that was a big thing going into this. His intention for this movie wasn't just to scare people, but it was to scare people to their higher power. And that mattered to me as a believer. So it was a great movie. I don't care. You know what I mean? If it's a great character, then cool,
So now with the with this one in the bag, is there any more suspense horrors? Because
Never.
you're
done.
You've hit the mark.
I'm telling you,
so?
man.
I think, because here's
Thank
the
you
thing,
so much.
and I'm trying not to give away anything.
Don't you do it.
Watching it, and when I'm seeing in the beginning, I'm like, oh, but it's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You totally threw it off.
Yeah.
And then coming around, like, man, you hit the mark.
That's what I'm telling you.
With the suspense horror thing, because on the heels of movies like Us and Them and things like that, this is where it is.
Yeah.
Why you got to beat on the table? Stop beating on the table, bro.
Huh? I'm sorry. I'm passionate about this joint, yo.
Beatboxing. Go
This
ahead.
is.
Thank you.
But I'm passionate about
It's
this.
a new
is dope.
genre. It's
This
a new
was dope.
genre. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a faith-based horror thriller. I mean, what is a Lee Daniels horror film? I don't even know what that means. I don't know how to, I did it because to challenge myself as an artist, to challenge myself. I wanted to check a box and say, okay, I did it. I'm never doing it again.
Right.
I'll never do it again.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about a lot on the show about pivoting. I mean, you had so much success with all of your films. With this, and like I said in the beginning of the interview, I'm such a stickler for details. And like when we were watching it, there was a fly that was on the screen at our house on the screen. I was like, is this in 4D? How in the hell?
He said,
did
no,
a
somebody just left the door
fly-
open.
And then they was like, no, that's a fly from me.
Somebody just left the door
I was
open.
Like,
Somebody,
this is
okay.
incredible. Think about real flies on that screen. I mean, when all the scenes that I expected, for the possessions and all that, when it really happened, and then something that didn't happen, and then it went to the next level and to the next level. I mean, not just blowing smoke, man. I love this genre, and you did your damn thing.
Thank you, man.
I
really,
love that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
I think he's the first person that's a fan of the genre who we've seen today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like everybody else definitely was scared. They're like, I don't do horror, but you're the first fan, so it's amazing to
Man,
hear that.
I'm the
yes.
king of Halloween.
I love it.
real costume.
Love it.
Like
love it.
makeup
Okay.
artist
Makeup, paint.
in the chair.
A million
Real
souls
costume.
coming out of my head.
Yes.
Like I'm for real. But we want to just remind everybody, again, debuting on Netflix on August 30th. Make sure you go and you watch it. I'm expecting big numbers, man. I mean,
Yes, we
for
received
people
that.
who are going to be watching it,
Thank you.
that it's incredible. And congratulations on everything. And
Thank you.
I look forward to y'all's next project.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be action.
Action.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, or superhero.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
Check the box.
Check the box.
Box.
It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored.